Happy Friday, everybody. Alright, I'm back with another video. Last time I did a short video on the portable mechanical hard drive that I shocked. Basically, for those who aren't familiar with that, you just peel it open and see what the hard drive in there consists of, which this one was a 5 terabyte. I picked it up on sale for $99. It's SATA powered, 5 terabyte mechanical hard drive, and I ended up just using it for video, backup storage, games, or whatever I want to put on there. Plus I have, of course, for my boot system, I use the Samsung 980. I just got that, and the MVNE, and I have a second ADATA on the MSI board. So I've got plenty of storage, and I don't save a lot of stuff. I back it mostly up to a cloud, but it was nice to have all that extra storage in a small, basically the size of an SSD, but a little bit thicker because it's mechanical. And of course they probably made it a little thicker because they didn't want people doing what I did and sticking it inside of a laptop. But regardless, today I'm here to do a video on a card I just got in, and it's the I haven't seen any really decent videos on it. It's the Asus ROG STRIX OC 67XT gaming card. It's kind of a semi-unboxing because I did take it out of the box, but we have a box, the box, and the case it comes with. And other than that, let's get to it. Let me get this stuff out of the way. You can see I don't know if you can see that, picked up a little microscope. My buddy Bill, the guy that I get all my stuff from, told me about this because I had to fix a CPU and a motherboard. And believe it or not, you can get them on Amazon. I don't think they're a lot of money for what you get. It's a digital microscope, and man, it zooms right in. It's pretty incredible, impressive. I mean, you can get right in on a pin, the pin head, and using a little thin razor and stuff straighten out. But that's all neither here or there. So we're here to do this. And I thought it was going to be smaller, but first thing, obviously it comes with some stickers, a little pamphlet. There's no disc, of course. Hardly anybody gives disc out. It's a little pamphlet on how to use the light system in it, and for the RGB and all that. And this was kind of cool. It comes with some little Velcro holders, little tie-offs, and nice. They have the little gaming insignia on them, Republic of Gamers. Well, 2 of them, but they came with it. And of course, Asus, they do a fine job at, let's get rid of this too. Asus does a great job. I noticed on the AMD, on a lot of the other AMD like Sapphire and stuff, they're not even putting tape on their anti-static bags. I am going to do benchmarks on it, but I am just going to go over the specs. So you can see it's a big card. Has a very nice back plate on it. Nice clean look. It has the logo on it, the design for Asus. This is ARGB. The whole front is all ARGB. It's a beautiful card, gorgeous. I can't wait to get my hands on a 3080. This is what I want. I want to get one of these as a 3080. I know I can get a 3090. They're pretty easy to get compared to the 3080s, but they're just insane money. And I heard actually Nvidia and AMD announced that there's going to be getting tougher. It's going to be getting harder to get cards. It's crazy. Okay, so it still has all the protective stuff on it. Nice fan setup. Looks like it has some more blades on it than normal. Maybe this is just the STRIX way. I haven't done a STRIX before. So you have the gaming logos on each fan, left and right, and in the center you have the ROG. Down here you have a little game on. Over here again. Up here it's got some nice little metal screws holding a plastic cover on it. On this side, what a beautiful job they did making the fins and heatsink. Gorgeous. Nice separator, nice plate in there. Yeah, they did an outstanding job. Asus does pay attention to what they're doing. And you can remove your plastic there. It has two 8-pin connectors. I noticed on some of them they're actually coming through with an 8 and a 6. Strange. Okay, onward to the front of this. I was going to zoom in, but I'll just show ya. Or maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Right over here. Let's look at the back. See the little power BIOS mode? It's in the center. The center is pretty much standard setting. Probably set for, I don't know, game mode would be all the way over to what I would call, I don't know if you want to call this the front, whatever. But anyways, towards the plate, you're going to have power mode. In the center, I'm pretty sure that's where you can go in and do your own settings. All the way over here, I think that's probably the silent mode. Let's take a closer look. Q mode and P mode, okay. And they did a nice job. That's a little different. Usually they cover this up, but they did a nice job. You can see their soldering is very clean. Again, you can see that little BIOS switch right there. Myself, I never really play with it too much because pretty much these cards these days, they can handle just about anything and right out of the box. I know people like to do their overclocking and push stuff to the limit just so they can push it to the limit. Okay. On the support bracket in the back, you can see that it's joined together. It has a little frame built on. That's kind of different. Added support. It's basically 3 bays it's going to take up. It's probably 2.7. I know the larger cards like the 3070, 3080, they have, this has 3 displays, 1 HDMI, and the larger cards have an extra HDMI over the other one on the STRIX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 pipes inside. I mean, they've got that. I haven't seen any videos on much on this as far as what I'm doing right now. I'll tell you, that is probably one of the, I thought the Sapphire was a beautiful card. This is just, it's gorgeous. Okay, as far as the specs go, of course, we all know that it's 6700 XT, PCI 4.0, OpenGL. It has 12 gigs of DDR6. versus the 16 on the 68 and 69. It would have been nice if they would have used DDR6X, which is a higher grade, better performing memory, but this is pretty much standard across the... I did have it on one card. I can't remember if it was the MSI. I'm not sure. Anyways, yes, it has an overclock mode of up to 26, 22 megahertz, boost clock of 2568, game clock, and 26, 22 boost clock slash 2548 game clock. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. Stream processors. 2560 versus NVIDIA's NVIDIA calls their version of that, they call it CUDA cores, 5888. Little difference there. But it'll still do 4K all day long. The 68 goes up to a memory speed of 16 gigabytes or gigabaud, or however they want to call that, gigabits. And this is kind of funny because it's higher. It has less CUDA. It doesn't have CUDA cores. It has the other speed that they go by. But their memory speed on the 3070 is 14 gigabits. So it's lower than this. So they kind of trade off in some areas. It's interesting. It falls, the card definitely falls somewhere in between, I would say, NVIDIA's 3060 Ti and their 3070. And we're talking all, let's keep it in all in the STRIX area. If we get into some of the other, like the Founders Edition and stuff like that, the numbers all definitely start to change up a little bit. Alrighty, accessories, of course, we have the Velcro hooks, one card, and a manual. Software, it comes with Asus GPU tweak, drivers, blah blah blah. That's all downloadable. It doesn't come in it. The dimensions on it are pretty impressive. Again, I don't do millimeters, but we have 12.68 long, 5.5 wide, long, and 2.2. So I've actually seen some cards like the Founders Edition is actually a little bit bigger than this. That's odd. It looks bigger than 2.2. I wonder what the 3070 is. Probably the same thing. .27. So it's a little. That's more. Actually, that's more what I was thinking. 2.25, 2.2. All right, so it's pretty close. 2 8 pins. It takes up 2.9 slots. Let's call it 3. Why don't they just round it off, people? Round it off. I almost wanted to put this baby in. I know in Battlefield, Call of Duty, and some of the other games that this really specializes in where they're not using ray tracing, it crushes it. No problem. Of course, it doesn't have ray tracing, but to be honest with you, again, to go back to ray tracing and DLSS, great technology. It's fantastic that they have it, but it's just not been implemented into enough programming to where it's even considered something that's almost like you have to have. Because at this point, you can go into games, and if you're going to be running ray tracing, you're not going to use it in your games unless you want to sit back and just watch how nice it can look. If you want performance, you're going to shut ray tracing off because you're not going to get the same performance. The DLSS, the deep learning, I mean, that AI program, yeah, that's pretty much a great thing to have, because it does its little thing in the background and gives you nicer frames, gives you a cleaner looking picture, richer colors. But again, AMD's answer to that is something totally different, which works, I would say, almost as well. So once I now that I've done this review and I get a little time over the weekend, I'm definitely going to pop it in, and I'm going to do something with it, see what I can get for numbers of my own. Right now I'm quoting probably 10 other ones that I've seen, so I'm probably not going to get something much different than what I'm already telling you as far as the gaming go. Like I said, it has performed in some of them, I noticed, right up close to the 3080. It's outperformed the 3070, and it stayed right up with the 6800 in some games and in some programs. Not all. Bad news again. NVIDIA, AMD, forget about that mass retail, that MSRP. It's not happening, people. They made an announcement yesterday on the 25th that cards are even going to become harder to get until maybe sometime in 2022 or later. And the price is going to go up. Car companies are literally shutting whole lines down so they can meet supply and demand for the for the chips, for the wafers. It's unbelievable. But it is what it is. I think this card's probably going for close to what they had said it was going to come out at. It's definitely not. Right now it's going for like $700 when they said it was going to be, what, $499 or $479 or something like that. I don't think we're ever going to see them prices. It's a shame. But anyways, all right, I just wanted to touch base, put a little something on my YouTube channel, clean this video up, get it uploaded. And I'm going to be doing a build. I am definitely planning on doing a build. It's going to be pretty cool. I am going to do a complete MSI build. I'm still deciding on whether or not I'm going to go with a 5950 as a CPU, or I'm going to go with the 11900K. I have my options of getting either or. I'm not going to go with a 3090, even though they're easier to get. I've got 3 of them here. I am probably going to get and wait, and I'd like to get a STRIX. I'd like to get a STRIX. I want to make it as nice looking as possible. So I want it. Well, actually, I can't. It's going to be a complete MSI. I was thinking about doing Asus build, yeah. So I'm going to end up having to get a gaming trio. And I'd love to get a 3080. I know I'm going to get one because I'm already on the list to get one. And that's going to be mine. Once they become more available, then I'll start stocking them. But I've got the water pump coming in. That MSI water pump, the 360. Gorgeous. What a nice looking water pump. I'm going to be using the MSI board, the MSI case, the pump, the card, and I don't know what else they make. I know other than that, I know they make keyboards, peripherals, you know, monitors, stuff like that. I just might, if it's a whole package, that's the way I might go. But as far as the system build itself, and then I think I'm probably going to do a little thing on my YouTube channel where it's going to be a get it at cost lottery type thing. Help somebody out there. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I got to wrap this up. Everybody stay safe. Summertime's around the corner. Hoorah! Yes, I am psyched. It seems like everything's starting to get a little bit smoother with this virus thing. People are getting shots, and since the Democrats took over, the virus seems to be going away all of a sudden. I don't know about that, but anyways, it is going to work its way out eventually, like everything else does. This isn't the first pandemic humans have been through, and it won't be the last. All right, everyone. It was great. Great coming back. Great talking, everyone. I want to do more of these in the future. I am going to be setting up a nice system where I'm going to have the camera more in front of me. I am going with the regular camera setup as far as like you see on on YouTube. That is at B&H Photo. It's already there on hold. I've got to get the lenses, the stand, some things. My back wall is being wallpapered. It's going to have some lighting. It ain't going to be crazy ARGB like this. I know the ARGB makes it go like 50 frames faster. No, joking. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. It is going to be pretty cool. It's going to look pretty good. And I think I'm even going to start getting into, my buddies are going to hook me up and show me. I've never done gaming streaming, so I want to start doing that a little bit. And on that note, I am blasting. Everyone have a good day. Peace out.